Unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you are well aware what VEO3 is. And if you have been living under a rock, allow me to explain what VEO3 is. VEO3 is a new AI generation tool from Google. It excels at creating high quality, realistic videos from text or image prompts. It's notable for its ability to generate videos with dialogue, synchronized speech, and background music, which has led to the creation of surprisingly lifelike AI generated clips. Now, why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about Google's new AI video generation service? Well, it leads into today's topic. Today's topic is VEO3 killing the movie star. Now, before I get into this, allow me to state some things real quick. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to go into your kitchen and make tinfoil hats and prepare for the aliens to give us a second round of pyramids so that we can destroy 5G towers. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not trying to sound crazy here. 2, when I say the Hollywood industry, I mean things like TV shows. I mean things like movies, soundtracks, etc., etc. I don't necessarily mean Hollywood, California. Now, VEO3 killing the movie star. I got into this conversation the other day with my friend. We were just kind of shooting the shit, and we went down this long rabbit hole of VEO3. We first went through the ins and outs of VEO3, and we looked basically at like 9 or 10 YouTube videos about it. I mean, we did ample research. And as we were watching and reading up on said research, I noticed that the majority of VEO3 videos, unless they were like a crazy prompt or something that was virtually impossible, they looked scary. Like, so realistic that it was scary. They had people conversing. They had people with emotions. They had people with lives, it almost seemed like. They had workers behind the counters. They had other customers in the store that weren't necessarily featured in the video. They had every element in the video to make you think it was real. The only thing stopping VEO3 is really these big 3 things. So, number 1, branding. I think eventually Google will be able to take care of this problem, but right now there are no major brands inside of VEO3 to my knowledge. So if Google were able to work out a brand deal with a lot of these larger brands to be able to do some product placement inside of VEO3 videos, I think that would help. Not necessarily help, but that would help move towards them killing the movie industry, the Hollywood industry. The conversations weren't, while they seemed to have human life behind them and human emotion behind them, it still was on the border of being like fake. Of like, you could just so tell that either this was a shitty acting job or this was AI. And the third, just straight up being that most prompts that come out of VEO3, the actors or AI models in the video kept mentioning something of, hey, can you believe I'm a prompt? Hey, can you believe we're prompts? Hey, can you believe someone put a sentence into a device and now we're here? So those were my 3 biggest issues. But with those 3 biggest issues gone, VEO3 genuinely has a chance to kill the Hollywood industry. Now, why do I think that? The Hollywood industry right now is made up on money. Let's not pretend like we don't know that. Let's not pretend like we don't know that the Hollywood industry makes probably about $1 billion a year, easily, if not more. Now, The Hollywood industry making money is quite honestly good for the economy. It's great for everything, but it's also great for the moguls at the very top of the industry. Now, why would they use VEO3 to create movies, TV shows, soundtracks, etc.? Well, I believe they would use it to simply create movie stars that didn't get hurt, that didn't need to be paid, that could do and say exactly what you needed them to say, exactly when you needed them to do it, in a much less amount of time than it would have taken a human actor to film the same scene and get the right shot to be able to move on with the movie. So that takes care of the movie star. I mean, right there, it shows you that VEO3 can create the perfect human. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Well, we're going to know it's fake because we know real life celebrities and we know what they look like versus these AI model celebrities. Well, we already see the Hollywood celebrities as unicorns, basically, right? They walk into a room, everybody freaks out. Everybody can't believe they're real. Everybody can't believe that this actor is in this place at this time, like they're not just a human being. So we already put these celebrities on a higher platform, on a higher step, just simply because they're in our movies and TV shows. I believe VEO3 can give the industry the potential to go away with human actors and create this world of Hollywood actors that simply don't exist, but to the unknowing eye, they're real people. They can film the Grammys and put all their AI actors in the same spot. They can film these different things and put all the AI actors in the same spot. Now, the likelihood that this is going to happen is next to none. One of the biggest things that VEO3 would have to fix would have to be the fact that the majority of the emotions shown in their videos do still feel really robotic. They feel really unnatural and very unsettling. So, I mean, as the age-old thing goes, robots don't have emotion. Robots don't know what it means to feel love and hate, anger, sorrow, etc., etc. They don't know what it feels, so therefore they can't convey it properly. I think that is one of the biggest blocks to VEO killing the movie star, but I don't think it stops us. I think with the technology in the next 10 years, this is a very likelihood that we're going to be in this scenario. I think greed is going to just drive this industry into the ground. I think it's going to get to a point where we quite literally are just going to have a bunch of people sitting in a production studio just pumping out these shittily produced AI movies with these shittily produced AI stars, and there are still going to be people watching it regardless of how bad it is. So I say all that to say this. Let's keep VEO3 as a very simple tool that allows us to create funny things. Like right now, one of the biggest things is creating these Bible content creators almost, taking popular stories and creating these AI clips off of them. That's something funny and popular that people are doing right now. So I say let's keep it to things like that. I say as soon as we show Google that we can use this to be serious, I think that's when they start to make the move to replace our medias. Now, if none of this ever happens, you can laugh at me in 5 years and call me stupid, but I think this was a fun topic to explore, and it's definitely an interesting rabbit trail to go down. And if you made it all the way this far, I appreciate you listening to me, because it does sound like I'm crazy. I'm sure when I watch this back, I'm going to be like, this dude's fucking crazy. But That's what I'm here for, to talk about crazy ideas and fun topics. But as always, this has been the Kevin Show. Go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you either in my stream chat or in the comments of my next video. Until then, thank you, and have a wonderful evening.